Ladies and gents, this improv story is based on an idea given to me. Man's favourite video game character comes to life. Let the story commence. There's this guy, and he gets a leaflet through the door talking about a new games shop that's opening round the corner for him. So he goes round and he checks out some games. He does really like them. Nothing really there. Doesn't even know why he's there. Just order it online. What's the point? But while he's in there, he sees a leaflet for another place. It's a games, like a kind of arcade. Retro games. Pixely stuff and all that. He's like, oh, I've heard about these sort of things. That'd be good, that. That would be good. So, he goes, right, fuck it, I'm going to go. So he says to his girlfriend here, do you want to go to this thing with me? What is it? It's like kind of retro games place, like, you know, like 80s arcades. Why the fuck would I want to go to that? Why would I want to go to that? By the way, is this alright? Is this not too quiet? Is this not too quiet? It's alright? It's alright? Right. She says, why would I want to go to that? Well, I know you don't play games, but I do. She's like, what? He goes, right, fuck it, I'll go myself then. So he decides he'll go himself, and he's just thinking, what's this going to be like? Is this going to be good? Is it going to be like people kind of dressed up and things like that? Or is it going to be full of sad cunts? It's going to be full of families, dads that have dragged their wains along. Like, here's what I had to play. He goes along, and it's pretty much that. It's a kind of pop-up arcade in a way. It's in a fucking shopping centre. They've sectioned off a bit of the shopping centre, put a wee kind of rope in it, and put some arcade cabinets in it. You got to pay 20 quid to walk through the fucking wee rope, and you get to play what you want. So he's gone like, oh look, there's Street Fighter 2 and there's Berserk. That's a funny one, didn't think that would be there. Hardly anybody remembers that. There's Defender, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Space Invaders, a few of the later ones, Pac-Land, and Wonder Boy, and Splatterhouse, Midnight Resistance, Robocop. Last three games I just mentioned there, I can complete with 1 credit. At least I used to be able to when I used to go to arcades. 1 credit. On 1 credit. Robocop on 1 credit. Midnight Resistance on 1 credit. Splatterhouse. I need to get more sleep. But that's bar the bar. That's bar the bar. Bye. That's bar the bar. So he's playing the games, right? He's playing the games, and he's like, it's alright. It's alright. Maybe if it had the lights and all that, you know, kind of pink and blue, kind of neon lights and all that to get that right arcade feel, you know, it'd sort of take him back. And he's like, it was never like that though. It was never like that. Arcades are always a bit kind of shite and smelly. They had a wee bit of neon, but nothing like fucking Tron. It was just sort of minging arcade, carpet fucking stinking sort of place. He's got like, right, fuck it. He goes up to one. Goes up to one machine. He's like, right, fuck it. I'll go to you give a Street Fighter 2. No, he doesn't stick a coin in because he's ready to stick a coin in and realises that's right, I've paid for it. You know, that wasn't me, that was the guy. That was Craig. The guy's called Craig. Can't Cunt's fucking losing it. He's forgot that he paid 20 quid, you know, you don't stick a coin in. Fucking hell, guys. Guy probably just needs more sleep, that's all. I don't think there's anything, like, I don't think his brain's rotten. I think he just needs more sleep because he probably stays up dead late, kind of entertaining people, working away. Probably works his arse off and all that. So he's playing Street Fighter 2 and he's like, he's wanting somebody to come up to him, you know, like, stick a coin in. He thought it again, daft bastard. Hit player 2, come into the game, play. Nobody does. He's looking about, nobody fucking does, right? He's like, fuck this, man. Just shite into it. Remember the old days? Cunts would come up with stick in their fucking coin, sit down next to you. Do you mind if I? No, go for it. And you'd batter them. Or they'd get you and you'd be like, oh, fuck. Good old days. Somebody you knew sitting down next to you at Street Fighter 2, or somebody you didn't know. Sometimes somebody you didn't know and then asking. Sometimes you didn't know and just coming right up, sticking the coin and hitting the fucking button. Oof. Not even speaking to you. Something. He was wanting some of that and it wasn't fucking coming. He's like, just a lot of shite. It's a lot of shit. I knew it'd be shite. He's ready to turn away. Starts turning away. Just like that. Doom. A new challenger's entered. Or whatever it says in Street Fighter 2, I can't quite remember. He turns around to see who's there. You know who's there? You know who's playing him? I tell you. Blanka. The green one with the ginger hair for Brazil. With the big sharp teeth. The Blanka. And for a second he's looking at him like that. Yeah. This is Craig looking at Blanka. And he's like, is it like a make a cosplay fucking like to promote? And you can see every fucking pore. Blanka's a monster, by the way. You can see every fucking pore. This is living, breathing fucking skin. You can see it. This is actually fucking Blanka. To begin with, he goes like that. What's amazing is Blanka was his favourite character in Street Fighter 2. You could have went Ryu. Yes, that's right, Ryu, not Ryu. I say Ryu. Nobody knew how you said it at the time, back in the day, right? Now you do, because it goes Ryu. Back then, you didn't have that. Back then, you go Hadouken and Yaryuken. You had all that, but nobody went Ryu, Ken, Sagat. Nobody said that. It will always be, right, it's Ryu. We would say Ryu. He could have went Ryu, didn't go Ryu. Some people played Guile. Only dafties, only idiots played Blanka. But he liked the look of Blanka. He liked the outsider way of Blanka. Outsider, have you seen that show end? You know, the ending it. He got lost. You know, his old ma found him. Got lost in the Amazon or something. Don't know how he turned into what he turned into, but he did. Anyway, so here's his favourite character right next to him, and sometimes see if something's just too mental for you, you just have to accept it. Something's too mental. If you look at the state of the world today, it's just so mad, isn't it? Isn't it? The way everything's turned out in the world, it's just that mad. You never would have believed it. Don't want to get all political, but things like Trump and Boris Johnson and who'd have fucking 10 years ago, who'd have predicted all that? It's insane. Eventually you just accept it, you know what I mean? You just accept it. You know, you don't go like, oh, this is mad, this is madness. And it's the same with Guile Stoney there, just like that. Anyway. Craig hits fucking start. Picks Blanka. Blanka goes like that. Rawr! Rawr! Turns around, Blanka's fucking staring him like that. With the big teeth. Because he's wanting to go... Oh, sorry. I got mixed up there. I got a wee bit mixed up there, sorry. I'm getting mixed up because he keeps getting mixed up. Who did I say he picked her? Who did I say he picked? Sorry, my brain's gone because his brain's gone. Did I say Blanka? Did I say Blanka? See, I'm getting mixed up because he's getting mixed up, do you know what I mean? So, he picks Blanka, right? And Blanka doesn't like it because he wants to go Blanka because he is fucking Blanka. The problem is, it's the original Street Fighter 2, it's not like the Championship Edition or whatever the fuck it is where you can pick the same character. And they end up having like a fucking argument. And then they end up fighting for real. Blanka jumps on his head and he does that biting thing that Blanka does. Rawr, rawr, rawr. There's all that. And the thing is, I can feel that. I can feel that. Right now, I can feel the bite. Because see me and this Craig cunt. Do you remember me saying that him, no, you know, he'd no quite working well as interfering with me? It's like we're connected. The way Craig's connected to Blanka, do you know what I mean? It's like he's controlling me, do you know what I mean? I'm telling a story about him. He's controlling me. It's like that. It's hard to explain. It's not actually a part of the story. I can just feel it. It's mad. Anyway. Blanka's Ma comes walking in. Now this is really, you're not going to know this unless you know Street Fighter 2, so I'm just going to forget about that. That did happen, but let's not everybody will know what I'm talking about. Bongo Closet says this is pathetic. No, you're fucking pathetic, mate. Right? You're pathetic. This one is the works out. This one is the works out. Play the intro again, I just play that. Oh. Anyway, you lose. The end. So I lost that improv story there. Right, let's move on to something else. Sorry, somebody, I'm really, really sorry, but somebody in the chat, at the end, by the way, somebody in the chat there, Bongo Closet, was really toxic, and it put me off. Bongo Closet was toxic. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry.